Okay, everyone, welcome. We've got a presentation about Grow this evening. We've got Avon, our region programming advisor, and myself. We're going to be sharing bits and pieces about Grow, about what we know. It's a recently released program. I'm going to be sharing my screen. We've got Joe and Joy here, and maybe some other people will join us, but it's a shout out to everyone watching this presentation and our recording. So one of the first things that we've got is we've got Grow happening on the front page of our our Guide New South Wales website. And one thing to note, and I'd really like you to note this right now, is hashtag Grow Girl Guides, and this will come up in something, but it's about sharing some points with this. So we've got Grow, we've got a whole new logo. And if we follow that, we've got a whole lot of information about Grow. Now, there's a who, what, where, when, and why, and I could move through those. But what I've also discovered is that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, which is like the Girl Made page. And if we actually move through those, there's some tips. There's some frequently asked questions. But I think the most important page is this one, and it's got download, so it's got Grow, and then we've got the rules. So I'm going to start with those. Now, if you click on that, I've actually got it here already. Oh, no, I don't. Where are we? This one here is the Grow, the rules. So, Yvonne, would you like to talk about the unit, what the units need to do for Grow?
Yes, well, we we all want our units to grow, and as we know, each year we always try to grow our units anyway. But for the rules of this particular instance is that units need to undertake 3 initiatives to involve non-member youth in their unit activities, which is a come and try, an open day, a disco, which is not beyond the realms of possibility, really. It's quite easy to do. And then, at the same time, I would imagine you would be also doing number 2, which is undertake 3 initiatives to raise the profile of guiding in your local area. So that can be a combined thing. And of course, increasing the net number of unit members by an average of 1 per term. And that can happen just by having a come and try. But, one of the girls is likely to stay, and usually that's how we grow anyway. And I think the biggest thing is to share our success stories with everyone, because Girl Guides New South Wales wants us to send in our success stories so they can use them to encourage others to do the similar things.
And so we've got to have, so for a unit to win a prize, and the prize is actually a $50 voucher for your unit. So that's each unit. So if you've got 2 units in your district, as Young has and as Parks has, in fact, you've probably got 3 on the books there, Joe. So if you actually increase by 1 member per term, and that's over the whole year. So, and it's spread out. So you must, if you've got 12 girls now, by the end of the year, you'll need to have 16. Now that could mean that some go. So if some go, you've got to still increase overall by an extra 1, so 4 in a year. And it's being counted from the start of from January, what your stats were, and that's why we worked really hard to make sure our stats were right, and so that's where you'll get that extra so they're getting those 4. So what about, maybe we need to share some ideas of with initiatives for raising the profile. So what could be some ways, and I'm happy for you to turn your microphones on if you like, and or to type in the text chat. What could be a way you could raise the profile? So that point number 2. So I think the more ideas we have, the better. You might need to share for me, Yvonne, what if anyone's typing any. I'm thinking straight away with we had Science in the Garden on the weekend. We had every girl approved for publicity, and so we've been starting to pump out photos of the of guides. That's at a state event, but the girls have been there. We've also had we had a writer for the paper come out, and what I might ask her, she's not affiliated specifically with one newspaper. We might see if we can get the newspaper stories across to other districts. And in fact, it was Liz Cutts who I tried to get on board as to write profiles. She was out there and did some great interviews and stories. So if we've got some other ideas there in the chat.
Well, yeah, I've put involved the unit in a community project like Relay for Life, or
yeah,
Girls' Night In. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And advertise it as such.
Yeah. Well, we also had we had the Cobar girls did a dog wash at Cobar, and that was lovely. The photos they had there as well. So
yeah, well, Julie, I think wearing uniform on Thinking Day, that got a lot of people talking about Girl Guides, which was great.
And we also had some. Yeah, that was great because Annalise actually got 4 new girls, didn't she, Joy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So fantastic. And so it could be also being on radio, could be putting media releases out. We've been learning about that and will again when it comes up to goal. So that could be a possibility. What's some other ways besides the paper and the radio and community events? Is there anything else?
We've been using Facebook in Orange a fair bit, targeting mothers groups, etc. Things to do in and around Orange and on those Facebook pages, and advertising Orange Girl Guides there.
Fantastic. So the social media, we've got closed groups, but we need to get something out in the open, don't we? So, and that's always been a trick for us. So I think what we'll do is we'll get some tips are coming through from state. You might have seen they're starting to come. Well, they're already on this website, and so there was some tips. If I went on the Grow page, and I think it was on page 2. There's some other ideas too, but that may not be about media. We've got some other stuff that's about managing things. Okay, so anyway, that's the first prize for individual units. You must get all 4 of those. And sharing the media, if you actually put a photo up and put #GrowGirlGuides, you would be sharing that. If we have some meetings here, more of them online, and we share them, we could say that we shared them with the region. And if you put it in maybe in programming or in our closed region Facebook page and shared your success stories, then that would be a way to do it. And then sending them into Guidehouse. G News has got a special that they put up a way to send them in. So getting the stories to share them. So immediately you're sharing your growth stories and you will get that tick for your unit. Okay. The next one is the district awards, and we all need to work towards that. So I'm just trying to make that bigger. So Yvonne, do you want to talk about the District Grow Award?
Well, it flows on from the units growing. And yes, if the units increase 1 per term, that also becomes part of the district initiative. And of course, they have to become new members. It's not just a matter of just coming along and trying. They actually have to become members, and that's how it's going to be recorded. That's how we will be able to keep track of it by them actually registering and becoming members of New South Wales and ACT. And of course, grow our leadership team by at least 2 additional adults per district. So that's the big thing, and that's what we always aim for: more leaders, more leaders, more leaders. Because the more leaders we have, the less stress it is on any singular leader. So yes, we definitely will need 2 more adults per district, but that's over the whole 12 months, and so that's not a big ask. That is very doable, I believe.
And that could be
And
district
increase
managers as well, couldn't it, Yvonne?
Yes,
Or an
yes.
assistant district manager?
They did say, though, it wasn't going to be unit helpers.
Right.
Didn't they?
We might need
when
to
we were
check
having
in
that.
frequently asked questions. We might check on that one.
Yeah. Yes. I thought that did come up when we had that online.
Yeah. We'll see what the rules
discussion.
say. It'll hopefully tell us.
And of course, the big one for the districts is to increase active units by 1. So opening up a new unit. That's always a tricky one, but we need to have at least 10 girls to start the new unit. And we need to maintain the numbers in existing units. So we can't rob Peter to pay Paul, so to speak, in opening a new unit. But yes.
That's right.
That, I feel, is going to be the tricky one for most districts, for the district to get the Grow Award.
Yeah, but
especially out in the country.
If you see, it says
but we will give it our all.
3. You don't have to get all 3 of these. It's completing 2. See
yes.
brackets? Yeah. So you don't have to actually increase a unit. For example, in parks, we wouldn't want to increase the unit because there's 3 there. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you increase the unit, you've got to have the leaders. So that could grow, if you had the 2 additional adults, it could be through opening a new unit. So those 2 could work together. Yeah.
We can dream, can't we? We can dream and we can aim towards that.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have the region award.
Always aim high.
Yes, exactly. So with the region award, I might do this one. We've got to have at least 2 of 3. We've got to grow the number of active districts by 1. And Nyngan might count as 1. We're always just about to launch them, so we'll be close. We've got a leader coming to train.
Good, we haven't launched them yet because there's one up our sleeve.
Yeah, and then there's Portland's attempting to grow as well at this moment. They're growing into Lithgow first, so that's possibly a possibility before the end of the year. We might get 2 new districts. So we've got 25% of unit achieve the Unit Grow Award. I'm hoping we will. I mean, the ideal would be to have 100%, and then we have 25% with the districts achieving that. So we've got 12 active districts at the moment. So if we actually had, what would that be? It's at least 3. So 3 getting the district award.
We have a very good chance of doing that one. Very good chance, because if we count Nyngan.
I know this is actually
there's one. That's
achieved. Yeah. So it's like if Orange Parks and Young get the district award, then that would mean at the region level we've won that one. And if we have the units across, we have to count how many units. What I'm hoping to do is to actually have like a chart. I'm yet to create that we can actually see the changes. Okay. And are there any questions in the text chat there, Yvonne?
No, still going strong.
If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to type them, ladies. Now, the other thing that we've got on the 4th page in Grow is the Grow Toolkit. I've already opened it up, and this is what it's all about. So it's who are involved. It's all leaders, managers, girls, support group, and parents should work together to ensure a successful outcome. What? It's about a membership growth initiative. It's something different, and it's about it being at all, 3 levels. So it's a bit of a carrot, I suppose, an extra carrot for us all. And it's all over New South Wales and ACT. It's starting in 2017, and we plan to continue it. So in 2018, there'll be other Grow Awards. The challenges might be different, they might be the same. It's all about getting everyone growing, guiding, and enabling girls to participate in guiding to make it and for it to be more visible. How are we going to do it? We're going to plan and track at district meetings, but I think we'll have a whole host of ideas of how we do that. And here are the rewards. So the unit will get $50. The district will get a banner, and the region will get a sun shelter, and it'll be signage. And if you want any extra information, tease the contact. And so all these things are on the different pages. So, Yvonne, do you want to talk about the tips for growing? You've probably done some of them already.
Yeah. A lot of it is common sense for most of us. Ensure we prepare the activities and thoroughly. I think nothing is worse than going out and doing something and it not looking professional when we deliver in our come and tries or anything, even in our community events where we have a stall. It needs to look pretty schmick so that we really look like we know what we're talking about. And we do, but sometimes we get a little bit slack. The resources on the website are absolutely brilliant. And there's even a lot in the Grow guiding that Felina has put up there that can be used to assist everyone with the things.
Would you like me to look at it
community
now,
events and whatever?
Will I come back to it, Yvonne?
Yes, there's lots on there, Viv.
Okay.
Order promo material, which is all your pamphlets and whatever, which are all free from Guidehouse. Sometimes it costs us for postage, depending on how much we're going to ask for. Clean and tidy our hall. Well, that should be mandatory every week. This is things we should be doing anyway. And make it inviting for people to come to. It's also another professional look about it if we have a nice place for people to come to meet.
And I suppose
keep on track. That's always fun trying to do that, but we need to endeavour and make it a permanent initiative on our agendas at our district meetings, so that we can talk about how we're going and what they're going to do next term. That's really mainly for district managers, isn't it, Viv? To make sure they've got that one on the run. And delegate. Please don't everyone try and do it on their own. We need to delegate the tasks so that one person isn't getting overloaded with Grow. Otherwise, they're going to lose interest.
And I think what we need to do, in the case we've got Jo here and she's being everyone, every position, she's been the district manager and you. So what we need to do is to be supporting you, Jo, when there's not the team there, so that we can grow your team. So things like, and I have mentioned this before, in terms of like the activities, we could do a come and try day with 3 districts together that are close by, could be or 2, so we're supporting and have got more leaders. And in terms of, delegating, but perhaps we do a bit of a blitz and we have a program and it's Yvonne, you and I and the support group, so we can connect and then get things happening. So we don't need to overwhelm and do everything at once. It's about trying to do something a little bit. The other thing I was thinking too about cleaning and tidying hall, sometimes it's such a challenge for leaders to get ready, prepare, get the girls packing up, and then sometimes it's not looking as spick and span. So I think it's really good to have a term working bee and get some other people in to help tidy up. And maybe there's someone, a parent, who might at the end of the day help with just making sure that it's, supporting it when they pick up time just before to come in earlier and help make sure it's tidy. Just little bits like that. We appreciate that not everyone's got all the time and energy
Yeah.
after working all day and then running a meeting to do this. So we need to sort of build our team to get that. Mm.
And that's all part of delegating too.
That's it.
And of course, we need to manage our new member paperwork promptly. We need to get their member registrations, which should be done after 2 weeks anyway, and make sure that they get into Girl Guides New South Wales as soon as possible, so they do become members, so that they are on the database as soon as they can get them up and running. And the big thing is to manage new inquiries in a friendly and prompt manner. We do get them through Girl Guides New South Wales, the ones that come through the database or the website. We do send them on to district managers, and we do ask that they do answer them promptly and give them all the information. And I know all our district managers and those leaders that are acting district managers in our districts do all that. They're all very much so on top of it, and they all do it in a polite way. So that one we've really already got covered. And keep an eye out in G News for continuing ideas and tips. It's amazing how many adult leaders that don't actually read their G News, and it does have lots of information in it, so it's worth it to check that.
Yeah. So we're going
when it does come out on the weekly
maybe we're going to get a tip each week. I'm not sure. I think that's possibly what's going to happen. And we've got as well our regions helping out in terms of goal, in that we've got a focus on membership growth and about connecting through speaking, through the written and photography. So we're really trying to help with that promotion as well. Now, I thought we might, so it's calculated from January 2017, and we won't know until the end of the year about the prizes. We're going to have a bit of fun at goal and give some prizes part way through. We think we shouldn't wait till the end of the year, so we're going to have some incentive. And there's this tip about using the hashtag Grow Girl Guides and get published in the press. So get things happening so it's really shared, and there's some tips there about, and you can email stuff to communications@Girl Guides New South Wales. I won't read out that long email, but that's how you can get going with your success stories, and then straight away that gives you a point for your unit about sharing. So Joy, I would encourage you to have the photo of Annalise with her friends at school on Thinking Day. In fact, Tara sent it to me, so maybe if we could get Tara to email it in, then that would be the way to get it for your unit. So there'll be something there. So the leadership team, here we go.
There's my question answered.
Yeah.
There, it's answered in that first one. So it is unit helpers, but not parent helpers. So they actually have to become a member and be classified as a unit helper.
Yeah. So
which is good.
So that's
good. We can, people will start off as unit helpers and then sometimes go into uniform. So it's a win-win.
So there's a whole lot of other stuff there, but look, I think we're going to be trying to monitor it as well. I'm hoping Guidehouse will support us with information. What we are also offering is to pay for a banner now for each district. And I'm looking, and what I've done is I've come into the promotional resources tab on the right, and we've got banners here, and this will be awesome to have a look at what's here on the site with resources. Now there's a whole lot of different banners, but which one, I'm not sure which one they're going to provide as a prize for the district, but what we as a region would like to provide is a banner that has your unit or district name and the guide meeting hours and then your address. So this is the one that we want you to prepare some stuff. You can have your own local number, but they're probably easier, with the guide house number. Now so the region have committed in our budget to purchase one of these per district. So if we can get the details for that, either email directly to Yvonne, or we were going to set up a Google survey, a form, so we can put it in and have the exact questions. So, and then that way we can order them. Guidehouse then create it, send us the file, and then we can get it printed at Vistaprint. So that's going to add. Now, Young's already got some, haven't you, Joy, with this one? So we might need to think, we might, for you guys, choose another banner if you don't want that one. Grenfell's got them as well. So we might think of that. So it's fair for each district, but we'll do one banner per district, and that's without any prizes. You've got to have some promotion before you start. So we figure a banner would be a good way to help. Chicken and egg stuff. Okay.
Yep. Something that can go on the front of a trestle table when you're out selling biscuits.
But even out on the front of the hall, get it out
be tied
to the gate, or don't be shy. Yes. Yeah, school newsletters, Joe. I'm just coming back to the text. So are there any other questions that you've got about the GROW program? Are you excited? Does it, or is it just, oh, well, or does it sound interesting that we've got some prize support?
Well, Joy's already there with her unit. If she hangs on to those girls all year, she's already won.
I hope so. They're going to make their promise on the 23rd of May.
Great.
There you go.
4 of them. And we're doing a library. Tomorrow we're doing a library display with the saluting their service and all the Anzac information and wreaths and teddy bears and books and that. So we'll see how we go from that.
Well, take a photo of that, Joy. Get something
we'll have to say we need.
So I'm losing a bit of sound there. Yeah, so take a photo of that display, and then then you share that. Just even in you can send it to state, you can or share it with us in our Facebook page, and then that's proof that your unit and district have promoted it, and so that's your sharing.
Yes, right.
Yep. Okay. Any other things we need to cover, Yvonne?
Now, I'm just going back to what you just said to Joy then about taking photos and putting it up. That is about the only way we're going to be able to show that we are lifting the image of Girl Guides in our district. Because there's going to have to be proof of how we're doing this. And the only way to have proof is to take the photos and to put them on our website and to send them to Girl Guides New South Wales. That's how we'll be noted for it. Because if no one does anything like that, they won't know in Sydney what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they'll be, and I think
not that we're competitive.
Well, I think we are. I certainly want our region to win it, and in terms of doing that, we're supporting everyone to grow, because it means that every district and unit needs to grow for us to win that region. The prize of our gazebo, which will be awesome. So we've got Grow Girl Guides, that hashtag. You've got the way to, and you can tick those off really quick. That's an easier one to get sorted with. And I think if every term you're growing something and doing an activity, and look for that tag, the more ideas we get, it'll give us new ideas for promotion. Okay, well, I'm going to call this a wrap.
And the more ideas that are shared.
Sorry, Yvonne, I cut you off then. Go.
That's okay. The more ideas that we share, it gives every other district an idea of what they can use too.
Yeah.
Because some people just need a little kickstart. So the more we share, the more we'll grow, I reckon.
That's right. That's right. And this isn't about beating one other, it's about helping everyone share. So if other regions get ideas too, that's awesome, because we're growing guiding and making an impact, because this is the whole game. We have to grow to continue to be a member of WAGS. It's really important that we continue to grow our numbers. So lots of lovely resources about. Have a look and make the most of it. Okay, so thank you so much. We're going to call it a wrap, and we'll put this on on YouTube and follow up with the link. So thanks very much, Jo and Joy and everyone, for participating, and a shout out to everyone watching.